Hello, hello, you beautiful soul. I had a message come through today for a collective who has got some people fooled, right? Spirit was like, you got people fooled because you are like a verbal assassin, and not in a bad way. Because at first I was like, a verbal assassin, that doesn't sound good, right? That doesn't sound so nice. But Spirit was reassuring me that the reason that you would be considered a verbal assassin is because you carry the sword of the Spirit, right? Like you speak the truth, right? And the sword of the Spirit is God's word, and you are God's word. You truly and fully embody what spoken like authority looks like, right? Like, oh man, this energy was so funny because I was sitting in it. I actually was sitting in this energy right after I got done doing some of my own personal work. And it was like so intense. I was crying, and not like from sadness or anything. I was just crying in such gratitude because I'm a crybaby. I'm a Cancer little crybaby. So I'm just like, oh, Lord, thank you. Right? Like all of the things are coming in and things are aligning, and it was just like so divinely timed because I needed to sit in this goofball energy. Because whoever this resonates with, like when I say that you have people fooled, it's because you are so intelligent, like genius level brilliance, and something about you has people thinking that like maybe the lights are on but nobody's home sometimes. Right? Like because people operate from like these programs, right? And you're so far outside of the program, and it doesn't mean that it's wrong. It's actually so in alignment with divine truth. And there was just something about you being a controlled player, right? Like you're very intentional, you know what you're doing. When you speak, it is very clear and direct and funny, right? Because I was getting this energy of like the sacred divine fool energy, right? Like the trickster, the jokester, like leading people on to believe even that you are a moron, you know? And it it made me start thinking about my dad, because he used to tell me all the time. He'd be like, Cece, he called me Cece. Cece, you're more off than on. And I'm like, you might have a point, right? But that's not a bad thing, right? Like, it's not a bad thing to be perceived as innocent or ignorant sometimes, because it packs such a powerful punch. And the reason is because whenever you deliver somebody some hard truth, Spirit was saying that you do it in such a way that's like with such style and grace that maybe you're funny, like you could be a comedian. Literally, you could literally be a comedian, or you just have that really quick wit, and humor attached to the lesson, right? And Spirit was telling me, like, this type of person, you're the type of person that can tell somebody something and they laugh about it, right? Like you're straight roasting them to their face. They're laughing because they're like, yeah, that's a funny joke, right? And then later they leave like scratching their head. They're like, dang, that person just roasted me so hard, right? And had me laughing about it. And that was the coolest thing, because it takes such a high level of intelligence to be able to deliver a message with humor and grace and style, and it still have a positive impact, right? And so I wrote down something. It was funny. So I wrote back also comeback queens and comeback kings. Like, you guys are super quick with the comebacks, right? The responses, 444s I look up, and not reactive but responsive, right? With humor, with unconditional love and kickassery. You know what I mean? So Spirit is saying that when you speak, it's so clear yet encrypted. You can serve someone a can straight to the soul with a smile, right? And leave people satisfied. So Spirit, whenever that was coming through, what I was getting from that is that is that whole like, you serve someone something, right? You're like, here's your golden platter of of whatever you just needed to be served, ass kicking in the most high divine way. And they're like, oh, thank you for that, right? Like, people thank you for saying the things that need to be said, because you say it with so much love, right? You say things because you care, right? You could choose to not say anything. And I tell people this in my life all the time. Like, if I'm saying something to you, it's because I care. If I didn't care, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't say anything, right? It's not any of my business. I don't care. But if I see something and I'm like, they open the door, ask a question, bring it up, it comes up, I'm like, boy, I'm kicking that door in. Because I love you, because I care, right? And so this collective really truly cares, and every ass kicking that you dish out and serve up to anybody comes from truly a place of unconditional love and like compassion, really deep compassion for the collective and for everybody as a whole, and how benefiting this one person and changing their paradigm, shifting their mindset, allowing them space to reflect, right, is only going to send out that ripple. And you understand this. So that's what Spirit was saying, that you leave people satisfied because they're satisfied, they're happy to hear, they're happy to get their asses handed to them, but they're also left with something to chew on and to digest, right? And this is the encrypted message in between the roast that you just delivered, right? And you almost like leave people wanting more, like in terms of interacting with you. It's like, even the people that don't like you, that know that you're going to trigger them, enjoy like encountering you, if that makes sense, right? So it's like, yes, while you leave them satisfied, you leave them like full of lesson, of reflection, of love, of opportunity, right? You still leave them, like excited for the next opportunity, and this is truly expansive energy to, embody, to be able to correct people in a constructive way, but not serious where they get defensive, but like in a really fun and light way, right? Um, I love that. I love that for myself, even when people call me out on my stuff. And if they can do it in a funny way, oh, it just means so much more. It just means so much more. But Spirit was just saying that this is the collective who understands that nothing is really truly like that deep. Like, it ain't that deep. It really is not that deep. None of it is. I know it all seems so real, and yes, it's very much real, but it doesn't have to be serious. And so you can correct people, you can say things, you can stand up for yourself, you can whatever, speak your truth in a way that is rhythmic, that is harmonious, that has style, that has grace, that has, just that little razzle dazzle, that little sparkle, that sprinkle, that seasoning that just makes life so much more savory. Oh my gosh. You're amazing. You're powerful. You're beautiful. You're needed. You're wanted. And I love you endlessly. I love this archetype. I love this collective. And I honor you, truly. If you want to donate to my channel, check the description. You'll see the donation options. Or if you'd like to book with me for any reason, whatever. Also in the description, you'll see my my booking options. Pardon me. I love you.